much displeasure in the building of the house. I read an article the guy shared with me. Folks worked hard to build a new building, lovely building, and split up over the color in which they can paint it. Went through the throes of building expenditure and all sorts of things, got a building, and the church split in half over the color. You see where I'm coming from? If you don't get the right people in the right place, you've got trouble. After setting up this structure here at the mount, you need to put the right people in the pulpit. Your worship leaders, your exhorters. Hello, folks. This is not anything. This is not in the fast food business. It's about what mixing it up. Hot and spicy and all sorts of things to mix it up. But when it comes to this building, a building for the kingdom, you can't mix it up. They that bear the vessel of the Lord, they must be clean.
Oh, yes.
God doesn't start with the high and mighty, the exalted, and the educated first. He starts with the clean vessel. That is why He makes His vessels as the potter seems fit. It's not everybody who's available that is to be the builder. I read in Matthew 13, and it's amazing. We were sharing yesterday with Pastor Bevel that when the man sowed the seed and it sprung up, and the Bible said, while they slept, an enemy came and sowed. We're talking about building the temple. When I did a Jewish research of that, and I've preached this message several times, but it never came home to me so strong until last month. Tell a little bit about that. That wheat and that darnel seed looked alike. It was an imitation. Get it? It was an imitation of the wheat. You know, those of us who buy car parts, you know, you get the genuine and you get the... You know what it is. And then when you buy some of the bricks and put them in, it smells so bad, you got to take them out. This plant that was called a weed was an imitation of the wheat. So it looked like the wheat. So when the workers came and they said, should we go and move it? Because of its imitation and similarity, the owner said, no. No. You don't mess with it. He said, you leave them until harvest time. Listen, harvest time shows up the real from the counterfeit. The misfit from the unfit. And listen, in the olden days when they wrecked their wheat, they would leave back wheat in the field for gleaners. In this given parable, I noticed they have switched the plan around. Pastor Branch, you know what they did? They gathered the invitation first. Now the olden days will leave back the wheat. You understand? So if you send people to glean, they will leave back send the invitation. And when I read up on the invitation, it said it had an effect of giving nausea, sleepiness, and death.